This is Lady Tiffany Ma, and this is These Walls Are Thin After Show. I hope you guys are having a nice day. It started to rain, so it's kind of rainy outside. It's kind of wet out there. A little humid. It cooled down though, cooled down, but it wasn't really hot to begin with. Um, so yeah, one thing I hate about when it storms, if flies come around. I hate that. That just really pisses me off. So I'm gonna do like a little midweek situation. I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna talk about stuff that probably is old news to you guys by now, but I just want to talk about because I want to get my opinion on it. So yeah, Andy Cohen gives his opinion on Jen Shah. I want to talk about Jen Shah first, though, before I talk about this. The first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about this for a minute. Now, this is something um I had questions about and was wondering about when it came to people and their situation. So y'all know the baby has an artist named Kilo, and she was at the Rolling Loud Festival last year. I remember that because I was watching Rolling Loud while crying aimlessly about something else. Don't ask me what I was crying about. Okay, I already kind of talked about it. I ain't gonna talk about it no more. But I remember Rolling Loud was on TV, and I saw her, and Kilo gave me a positive impression. And I was wondering what happened to the baby's artist, Kilo. Well, this is what she has to say to what happened to her.
My first Rolling Loud, before I went on stage, probably like an hour or two before I went on stage, I was told that I was an ain't shit artist. I was told that I don't work hard enough. I was told that I wasn't good enough. So imagine it's me in my hotel room. It's me, my dancers, they dance coach, and my DJ, and I'm in that bitch bawling my eyes out because a motherfucker that I look up to, my own CEO, just belittled me and told me how much of an ain't shit artist I am. And this is my first Rolling Loud. You know what I'm saying? This is my first Rolling Loud. So I'm still getting dressed, still trying to smile, still trying to smile for the camera and be cute and do all of this, you know what I'm saying? And and it just really fucked me up because everybody just telling me like, it's cool, Kilo, it's cool, Kilo, just keep going, just keep going. So I get on stage, you know what I'm saying? Ain't none of my team there, ain't nobody there with me, ain't nobody was there with me. The only people that was there with me was my DJ, people that did my hair, and the dancers. And I'm on stage with that replaying in my head, back and over and over and over and over, over and over. How how I don't work hard enough, how I'm lazy, how I'm complacent, how I'm not this and how I'm not this. This was my first Rolling Loud. This was supposed to be the time of my life. You know what I'm saying? And so it really hurt my feelings. It really fucked me up. And then so when I performed, nobody was there with me. Nobody was there with me. Nobody was there with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So later on, you see me get on stage with them. You know what I'm saying? It's
Now I know y'all the first impression y'all gonna have and the first impression y'all gonna give is y'all gonna be like, well, okay, you got to still perform at Rolling Loud. But imagine your big moment, you get to finally be part of a festival, one of many, okay? Being part of any festival is a blessing, okay? But imagine this moment happens for you and your boss is dragging you. You're supposed to be happy and excited and you're practicing and you doing what you're supposed to be doing. Then this bitch ass nigga come up to you and decide to talk crazy to you. I know how this feel because I've been in this moment before. So I'm not shocked that he would be acting like that. I mean, this nigga, for Christ's sake, killed one of his freaking fans. Let's continue.
Was the, when they threw the money and stuff like that, but we really wasn't cool. Like, I really was in my feelings because you just belittled me. You just told me how much of an ain't shit ass artist that I was, you know, and I'm lazy and I work my ass off. You know what I'm saying? So I still get on stage. I still go do whatever I need to do. But mind y'all, I really didn't even want to be there because it was like, imagine, like, I used to want to fucking, be on Rolling Loud so bad. Like, I used to look up, like, I can't wait to be on Rolling Loud. I can't wait to be on Rolling Loud. For my first Rolling Loud to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Still smile for the cameras. Still smile for the cameras. Still did what I had to do. Still, you know what I'm saying? Kept my head up. Still went crazy. My first mixtape, it really hurt my feelings because if you really know me and if you was really around whenever everything was all good, I was ripped out. It wasn't nothing you could say to me. I worked my ass off. I stayed on this bitch all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never got on the internet and said none of that shit. Even all the way down to my first Rolling Loud, when that shit broke my soul. That shit broke my soul. That shit broke my soul to be told that I was lazy and I was complacent and I didn't do shit as a fucking artist on my first Rolling Loud. That shit fucked me up. Imagine you being on stage, brother. So I still didn't get on the internet. I never got on the internet. When the gun was pulled on me, I didn't get on the internet. Nobody ever asked me, was I okay? It's hella shit that I done went through. Police didn't pour Dracos to my face when I'm with y'all. I didn't got in shootouts with y'all. I never got on the internet. But now I'm the op. I'm the op because I said that in my rap. I'm the op because I want to tweet like, damn, I'm doing everything by myself when I was. My first Rolling Loud.
So I want to talk to you guys about this. A lot of artists do this. A lot of artists will have artists under them. And I know this because of personal experience. So a lot of artists will have artists under them. And the person that get the artist together, because people believe like when a big artist like the baby, or should I say the bullshitter or motherfucker, the bitch ass nigga, the band. That's what his name is. The band. Bitch ass nigga. A lot of artists, they get these artists under them. People assume that these artists actually help these artists out. Now, y'all saw this. Well, I'm not gonna talk. Well, this is a good example. Y'all saw this with Amorian on several different occasions where Amorian had to get Amorian together. He didn't have really help for management. He had to manage himself, or he had to hire somebody to help him manage himself. You will see this. You will see a lot of famous people will have a slew of artists under them, and then people assume that they're the ones that help the artist out. Like they're the ones behind the photo shoots, they're the ones behind the backup dancers, they're the ones behind the makeup artists, the hairstylists. When the truth of the matter is, it's really these artists that has to do it on their own, while the more famous artists is over here making it seem like they made that, they did that. So I believe I believe that, because see, a lot of artists are still artists and they still want to be the star. So they still want to be a star while quotation marks making you a star, but they really not making you a star. He might have been behind her being able to open up for him at Rolling Loud, because this is the same Rolling Loud when he thought it was okay to be disrespectful to women, gays, and people with HIV and AIDS. Okay. So he may have been behind the opportunity, but he was not there to make sure her dancers were together. He was not there to make sure that she looked good on stage. He was not there to make sure that she did what she had to do, or she had a DJ. She had to get that all together. And that's the little thing that y'all think happens when y'all sign with these artists. Y'all assume the artist is going to help you and mentor you, and they give you the idea that they're going to help you and mentor you, but they don't. And then when you start looking better than them, or you start stunting better than them, they sit up there and start dragging you and pulling you down to their little insecure ass little man disease he got going on over there. He is little. And he's known for doing this. And it was crazy to me because I was thinking in the back of my head, what happened to Kilo? And people say that when you have a thought before you go to bed, or you have a thought before when you wake up or something like that, you wonder what happened to the artist. Like, I was like, what happened to Kilo? And this is very common. This happens a lot. Okay. So I want to go ahead and acknowledge this because I kind of feel like I need to let everybody know. This girl gonna end up in jail. She gonna end up in jail. Yeah, I don't give a damn who her daddy is. She gonna end up in jail for killing someone because she a little psychopath. The thing is, you didn't think anything of not only stabbing this young lady, but you killed her baby. Is beyond me, and you think you deserve what you got. Girl, you go and you see I posted right here. This is my little thing. I said so she can end up in lockup. She gonna end up in jail, girl. You gonna get your little ass in jail, honey. You gonna fuck around and kill some little white girl because you think you got that kind of privilege, and somebody gonna put your ass in jail. Okay. And don't be saying free Yaya because she did it. That's a psychopath. Okay. So there's been a slew of situations. I want to talk about this one. There has been a slew of situations of people reacting and acting like animals. Um, I know y'all heard about the case with the bodega with the Dominican man and the black man. He ended up stabbing the black man because the black man came behind the counter and attacked him because of $3 bag of chips. That I'm pretty sure she could have asked anybody for $3 to get a bag of chips for her daughter, but this hound dog decided to do this. And what about the three hot summer girls tearing up a restaurant over $1.75 for sauce? It must be cracking that sauce, honey, because they definitely was acting like crackheads. Well, this situation has to do with the young lady. She got attacked, but it's kind of some twist to it. So I'm going to play this story, and you get to have your own opinion about it. But I'm going to play this story and tell you what happened, show you what happened in the story.
I went from this.
FYI, this video may contain trigger warnings.
To in the hospital.
I have to bring attention to an assault and hate crime that happened to me the night of June 18th at Franklin's Tattoo and Supply in Dallas. Unfortunately, that night I had to experience something I never imagined I'd go through. I was attacked and assaulted, physically and verbally assaulted with rape.
It's funny to me how you bitches all of a sudden have soft tones in your vocals. All of a sudden you're a logical person and you're a soft speaking tone person. And I can't believe this shit happened to me.
Racial slurs by 3 artists that worked at his establishment, Al, Poppy, and Mercedes. I was tackled down and dragged down 2 flights of stairs while they ripped off my $400 wig and my shoes and used racial slurs and called me the hard ER over and over again. On top of that, the artist Poppy also, she decided to beat me with a bat that night. She attacked me with a bat, swinging at me, smashing my left hand in particular, stating, "Let's see how well you can tattoo without your left hand," being I'm a left-handed artist.
Okay, so that's her story.
My phone had ended up dying, so the officers showed up on scene, treated me really aggressive and dismissive. They were able to go in my now stolen purse and wallet and get my name, but not ask me anything. I had to call my own officers at the hospital. I had to request my own ambulance that night, and it's actually heartbreaking. Not even 30 minutes later, officers report that these individuals at Franklin's Tattoo and Supply vandalized my car to where it's undrivable. Not only did they do a whole bunch of damage to my car, they stole personal and valuable things. So now I'm missing a lot of items because they decided to rob me as well. They also decided to rip out a $500 camera I had wired into the car, which would have had audio and video footage of this happening that night. Honestly, would be scared to see and hear that footage again, the trauma from that.
This is
My
them
phone had
dragging
ended
her
up.
out. Okay, this is the video of them dragging her out the tattoo parlor. Like you don't see exactly what's happening, but to me, it seems like they were like holding the door to keep her out of the tattoo parlor, if I'm not mistaken. And they got a dog up in there. Okay. So this is what the people at the tattoo parlor had to say. They said, I don't fuck with bitches of any color, size, or shape that breaks in windows or establishments that she's been asking to leave from. She was drunk, she was mean, she was high, and we asked her to leave. She was harassing clients while they were getting tattooed. My boss asked her to leave and she slapped him in the face and told him she can do whatever she wants. Then I get up and grab her and end up her end told her to fucking leave, that no one wanted her cause of the attitude and physical assault. So finally she gets out the door and comes around back and bashes in our window and climbs back into the shop. Wielding the knife, telling me and everyone else she's going to fucking kill me. I have children. You can't threaten my life like that and expect me to not kick your ass. So I did just that. I whipped her ass and told her to leave again. And then she called the cops on herself and cussed out the cops upon arrival. So the police arrested her. She trashed the upstairs of the shop and just totally went insane. I don't care what color you are. This is not acceptable. It's not okay to attack and harass people and nobody do anything to you. She's older than me and she's acting like this. I have black family and I love them and I will protect them just like I did my friend on the night of her freaking out. Okay. I feel midway with this. You see in the video that she was dragged out, but I had the same question. If y'all didn't do anything incriminating, why did y'all take the cameras out of her car? Like, if she had cameras in her car, why did you damage her car and why you messed up her car? That was not necessary. Like, and my thing is, you damaging her car, you're further proving whatever idea that you're racist and that you did these things to her. Because, like I said, why would you damage her property? But I'm not gonna pretend like she did not cause a scene or that she did not do anything to hurt anybody. Um, there's too many situations of people wilding out, whether they're drunk or high or both or neither, and just took the wrong diagnosis with the wrong medication they're supposed to be taking for their bipolar, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety disorders. But um there's two sides to every story. Nobody is telling the whole story. That's how I feel about this. I feel like nobody is telling the whole story. Everybody's telling you what they want to hear. This person is saying, "Oh, well, I'm not racist. I have black family. I wouldn't do this to them. I love them. I'm not a racist person." Okay, but what was the reasoning for y'all said she was belligerent, she was drunk, but what caused nobody's really telling the whole story to me. So I'm going to ask this question because it's a question that needs to be asked when it comes to looking at stories from now on. Is this race baiting? Are we race baiting now? Because I don't trust any story that's coming out anymore. And the reason I don't trust any story that's coming out, because y'all know the infamous story that's going around about the woman who got mad and won't let the man see his child because he didn't give all her kids McDonald's and only gave his kid McDonald's. These stories are starting to sound fake. This one is a race baiting one. And I'm trying to figure out if it's a real story or if it's not. And I'm going to be honest with you, I ain't going to sit up here and pretend like I didn't see that her car was damaged. I see that her car is damaged, but I still feel like it's race baiting material. Next story. Yeah, I said Lisa Rena said sorry, honey.
No, cuz we ain't about to do that.
I don't even know why I saved that. Why did I say that? But just know Lisa told Caroline Brooks that she's sorry, honey. She's sorry for making it seem like the Real Housewives of Dubai. So another thing I kind of want to talk about is I want to talk about Jen Shah. This week on my podcast, These Walls Are Thin, I am discussing the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I threw in Nene's lawsuit in there because it seemed like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills are proving Nene to be right. Well, all they're gonna do is fire Garcelle and Cherie and add some more blondes to the Beverly Hills. I mean, to me, I don't think they handled the race thing the way they supposed to handle the race thing. They got rid of Ebony and they got rid of Noelle. Noelle was supposed to be the affirmative action hire for for Orange County, and they got rid of her. Okay. So this is what they said happened in the Jen Shah case. Basically, she did not deny what she did. And it says, Judge Stein, Ms. Shah, what did you do? She said, I wire fraud offering service with little to no value. We use interstate telephones and emails. I knew many of the purchasers were over the age of 55, and I am so sorry. Judge Stein, what is the reason they bought? Misrepresentation regarding the value of the product or service of which it had little to none. Judge said, did you know it was wrong and illegal? Yes, Your Honor. The thing is Jen Shah is being held accountable. Meanwhile, Erica Jane, who I talked about on my podcast today. I don't think she thinks she's gonna get held accountable. She is, but it's taking a little bit too long for them to deal with her. I don't know why she said she was so sorry to him. She didn't say sorry to those people. And y'all gonna find more stories dealing with this because people have money, but they're not making an honest living out of it. Okay, let me move right along. I want to talk about this. It's two of them. It's two cases. One is Mellow Racks, and then the other one is Cardi B's sister, Hennessy Carolina. This is not attacking Hennessy. This is talking about what's going on. So according to Neighborhood Talk, it says Charles Reynolds and Xavier Banks got $35,306 worth of clothes from luxury fashion retailer Dover Street Market on April 14th for their client Hennessy Carolina. According to Manhattan Supreme suit filed last week, the duo agreed to either buy or return the garments by April 21st, but instead gave some of the clothes to Mellow Racks for Coachella and personally wore pieces to the music festival themselves. The following claim. They now owe the fashion retailer $34,331 and they're blaming Mellow. Mellow is defending herself now, saying she had nothing to do with the stolen clothes. The statement reads, Charles represents himself to me as a PR, and for Coachella weekend, I will have party passes to all the parties, including Coachella tickets, Coachella passes, and VIP access. Charles arrived with two big suitcases full of men's clothes and three outfits consisting of Baby Fat and two other brands I was unfamiliar with. Not Chanel, Celine, or Rick Owens, which we discussed with me wearing. He told me there was a delay with my request and to substitute with his offer. I had no choice but to wear the green outfit he provided with black heels. The rest of the items were worn by him and his four friends. He had zero access to the event and worried about utilizing and no passes the entire weekend. I left one event. I was able to get access to and left the event. I went back to the hotel to get my things and left. The two garments were returned to him. I'm not named in his ongoing lawsuit with Dover Street Market, and it's listed in New York Post. I wasn't aware of the consignment at Dover Street Market under Hennessy Caroline, Cardi B's sister. This isn't Charles' first doings this time. He has run-ins and with showrooms in California and New York where they are currently trying to retrieve clothes back from him. So this is the outfit. Okay. So let's talk about the other situation dealing with Hennessy Carolina, okay? Said stylish for Cardi B's sister, Hennessy Carolina sues for allegedly failing to return over $35K worth of borrowed clothes. According to the New York Post, celebrity stylist Charles Reynolds and Xavier Banks will loan 52 items of clothing worth $35,000 and $35,306 from luxurious fashion retailer Dover Street Market on April 14th under the impression the garments were being taken on a consignment for the purchase by their clients, Hennessy Carolina. The stylist agreed to either purchase or return the garment by April 21st, 2022. Instead, they gave some of the items to rapper Mellow Rags Faith to wear at Coachella and personally wore pieces to the music festival themselves, the filing claim. So, this is why you gotta be careful who you hang out with. People sit there and use your name, say that you're gonna do this, that, and fro. They use your name. That's what I'm getting from it. They use your name and say, hey, we're gonna use these pieces and we're gonna give these pieces to Cardi B's sister. And the truth of the matter is they end up wearing those pieces themselves. This is not an old scam at all. People do that. They use celebrity names or claim that they're stylists for certain famous people and make it seem like that certain famous people are wearing the clothes. And of course, they're supposed to be shouting this out. Nice little scam you bitch ass motherfuckers got going on right there. Y'all wore the rest of the clothing, but then you still somehow blame Cardi B's sister. Okay, I want y'all to see what happened in London with Nicki Minaj. Do I have the before video where the police officers were bullying these people because they love Nicki Minaj? And we don't know if she's pregnant or not. She said she was pregnant. We don't know. Girl. All of this, I was just walking in a public street. No. Listen, what I'm saying is so fucking back up. Everyone stay here. Whoa. This is fucking crazy.
Tell them. Period. Yeah. Just randomly. There's Nikki and everybody stay away. Oh my gosh, my baby Nikki is right in front of me. Oh my fucking gosh. Wow, I do not know what to say.
So she caused chaos in London, and the officer told these people basically, I didn't like the fact the police officer told these people that she wasn't coming. It was just no order. And I kind of already talked about this. So let's look at this mess, honey. This is 52-year-old Hunter Biden, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck is that? Is that Crystal?
07. Without the bag. So how long is 2.0?
Now somebody had to hack him. Somebody had to have hacked. It had to be hacked. You could tell he doesn't even know people are looking at him. You got to be careful with the cameras on your computer. Yeah. I already talked about this. I think somebody else already talked about this too. I already talked about stuff. Let's talk about this theory here. It says a woman arrested for stealing a car with 2 kids inside. Mother jumped on the hood to stop her. It says a woman identified as Regina Castillo is behind bars today after stealing a woman's car with her 2 children in the back seat. New York Post reported. Authorities said Castillo pushed the mother of 2 before jumping in her car jumping into her white Hyundai Santa Fe, driving off with her 60-year-old daughter and 11-month-old son in the back. In an attempt to stop the carjacking, the mother climbed on the hood of the car but was unsuccessful. Police later found the 6-year-old at an intersection unharmed. Police also discovered the vehicle abandoned shortly after Castillo was caught hiding behind a pickup truck in a residential area and was taken into custody. Castillo is being charged with unlawful taking of a motor vehicle, aggravated fleeing of law enforcement officers, 2 count of child abuse, resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer, and 3 count of failure to appear. It was reported, according to police, Castillo already has 3 active warrants out to failure to appear on the charge of concealing identity, shoplifting, and failure to appear for traffic violation. Both children were treated by the EMS and returned to their mothers unharmed. Was she high? My thing is, when y'all see kids in the car, y'all, you just keep going. Like, you're a special type of weird and crazy. Like, that would be the thing that make me get a car back. I'd be like, okay, here, I don't want it. You can have both of them in the car. Take the car back. You can have both. Y'all weird. I already tell y'all. I already talked about this on my podcast. This story I want to talk about, okay? So this fool that ordered $17,177.62 worth of liquor. I don't know if she was selling drinks. I don't know if she owns a bar. Clearly she didn't own nothing because Shawty only had $50 in her bank account. Clearly. $60 in her bank account. Because now she owed DoorDash $17,117.62. So she only had $60 in her bank account. Y'all remember DoorDash had a glitch. Oops. DoorDash had a glitch recently where people could buy their stuff for free. Y'all do know they end up getting their money regardless. It's just like Uber. Uber's going to get their money. Uber might not take your money right then and there, but Uber's going to get their money. This is what she had to say. I'm thinking her voice was this. Oh, y'all thought y'all was doing some. I'm the real go. Thank you, DoorDash. Follow me on TikTok at Angel Bay B_ priceless. Will be going up soon. Get your bottles today. And she gonna get in trouble if she don't have a liquor license. She gonna get in trouble for selling liquor without liquor license. That's just period.
Yeah. I meant to tell y'all, I forgot. Yeah.
Yo, ask her if she gained weight or she's pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
She got to tell y'all she was pregnant.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, Cow's Mirage, y'all knew it? Oh, wait. Did I say it wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I said it wrong. I meant to say I'm not pregnant, I'm fat.
Oh my God. So she messing with y'all. She messing with y'all because y'all nosy. Nah, I talk about this on my podcast. I thought I played her. I didn't play her. I thought I got rid of this. I already talked about this because I told it. It tied into the whole B2K situation. And I'm talking about Diane Jenkins tomorrow with her crazy self. But I just want to be mean because I can. I think I already talked about this too. I'm gonna be talking about this either. I'm gonna talk about this on my podcast. Let me see. He got sentenced to life in prison. Already discussed that. There's some stuff that I have on here. I don't know why I have on here. She said she won't be dropping a new video for. I want to talk about this because she did end up dropping a video for it. But this is her saying she didn't do it.
So overwhelmed and I'm so upset. A lot of people have been dropping the ball. A lot of people have been dropping the ball for the past 2 months. There have been a lot of miscommunications. There has been a lot of miscommunication and there hasn't been a lot of communication. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody has been communicating. Not everybody has been on the same team, yada, yada, yada. So, I wanted to cancel my release for this week because shit is not being executed how it's supposed to. I haven't dropped a single for like almost a year and like 3 months. I feel like my last single was like last February. So if you do the math, you already know what the fuck is that. I'm not good at math, so y'all do the motherfucking math. And but then I'm like, you know what? It's too drastic. There's certain things already that have been on the there has been certain things that already been on the schedule, whatever the fuck. So I will be dropping the song and I will be dropping the cover art at 8 o'clock and all that bullshit. But I will not be releasing a music video with this song. And I just don't feel like doing you know how I usually do the most with the promo. I just don't feel like doing too much this time around because I'm just exhausted with everybody. I'm so tired.
Hold on, before I finish this video, let me do this real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I don't know why I'm showing this video. I guess it's something that I really want to look at. All right. So it's becoming a thing to where artists these days are not putting up with the same shit that the artists of yesteryear put up with. So Billie Eilish finally came out and said that she fooled fans by using a body double during her 2022 Coachella performance. She said, at the beginning of Coachella, I had a body double, one of my dancers for the show, Billie admitted. I dressed up I dressed her up in a show look that I had one before. We got a black wig and we put buns in it, and we gave her a mask and sunglasses, and she wore my shoes and my socks. Billie continued. I put her up at the back of the stage, and she stood there with the lights went on, and everybody thought it was me. This probably explains why her face wasn't shown to the audience until about 2 minutes into the set. Billie did actually hit the stage and was sure to give fans a dope performance. So this is a thing. And I said it's a thing. And this is why people are going to be like, record labels going to be like, you know what? We need to invest in robots to replace people when they do stuff like this, right? I mean, yeah, she eventually got on stage, but this further proves why humans are liabilities and why your next pop stars are going to be robots, right? You know? I mean, we can get robots that look like B2K. We ain't got to worry about these niggas that ain't trying to get together, right? Right? We just gonna find robots that look like these dudes to get them to get together. Mm-hmm. Everybody replaceable at this point. But now with her, she used uh somebody that was a backup dancer. And that was one thing I noticed when I used to go to concerts. Especially when I went to a Destiny's Child concert. It was the Destiny's Child's last concert. That was 2005. That was like 17 years ago. And I remember Beyonce had some dancers. She had a dancer that looked specifically like her. Yeah, I know she do have a dancer like her. I forgot what her name is, Ashley. And Ashley looks very much like Beyonce. Matter of fact, Ashley looks like a young Tina Knowles. Okay, let me show you Ashley. Beyonce's backup dancer, Ashley. She's a captain. Okay. But we got all our information on her. To me, she looks like a baby Tina Knowles. Okay. That's not a good picture of her. Why can't I get a bigger picture of her? Okay. So apparently the big pictures only go on Bing. All right. Like I said, to me, she looks like baby Tina Knowles. Okay. Like Tina Knowles back in the day. Let me show you her. Got all these tabs. Spin. I would never forget going to a show and Beyonce. I don't think that Ashley was performing at the time because if it serves correctly, if Ashley was born in 1989, I was 15. I was 14 when this show happened, so she had to be 15 when this show happened. So she had another backup dancer that looked very much similar to Ashley that looked exactly like Beyonce. And I think that's done on purpose. I think that's done on purpose to trick you into believing or into seeing or into thinking that's Beyonce. And I think they do that. They do that because, they want to see, they want to test the audience first. They want to see if the audience is calm or rowdy. Okay. They want to know if you're calm or rowdy. And so they do that just to see, I think, to test the waters to see how y'all react to the doppelganger. I think so. I mean, I know people are like, well, she's wrong, but sometimes you just want to test and see how the crowd is before you come out. So just in case, like, some weird stuff happens, like somebody bum rush the stage or somebody throw a cell phone at your head, you know what to do with. Yeah, I know we talk about trafficking here all the time. But he got caught because what you do in the dark always comes to light. Watch this. What she got away from, she should have been running. Run, girl. Run. But yeah, y'all gonna mess with somebody's child, the wrong girl one day, and she gonna stab the shit out of you. You're like, oh, I didn't know she was about that life. Well, she is. I don't know why I have this. I don't know why there's anything new to this. But I guess to remind me, this trial is gonna be crazy though. Y'all know she was a Baker acting, right? So they couldn't get her. So this is another thing that has been happening lately when it comes to artists and their performances. And he said that it was somebody was sabotaging him at BET because he was experiencing mic issues. I don't need y'all to hear the skin. It was the face he made when he seen it. That was all you, Giveon. Okay, is that your name, Giveon? Giveon. I don't know how to say your name. I'm not up to date to a lot of the new R&B artists. I know who my R&B artists are, and he's not one of them. I've never heard of his music. I probably have it and know it was him. So don't take it as a disrespect or anything like that. But of course he blames the sound people, but sometimes I'm gonna say this, okay? There's a thing where these days they have mics that are so technologically advanced to where you're singing on stage and you can do auto tune while you're on stage. So the technical difficulties was probably for real the mic, because the mic was supposed to make him sound a certain way, and the mic, they didn't use that type of mic, and it exposed Giveon for what kind of vocals he had. Why did I not report this? I totally forgot to talk about Shaka Zulu being shot. Y'all know he used to he's not only Ludacris's manager, but he also directed most of Ludacris's videos. I don't know how he's doing now. I just know that this happened. So yeah, I forgot to talk about that. So we're gonna talk about Lil Nas X. I don't want to talk about. I don't care anymore. Let's look through my other stuff. I saved a lot of stuff, and this is what I'm talking about when it's getting to the point to where it seems like this stuff is staged, because he didn't even look at her. If you on a date with somebody and they do certain stuff, what is this real?
Hey, can I see the receipt?
Sure. It's all good. You all good.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that for a debate session.
If you don't understand.
Just the people in the comment section for me, some of the things they be saying. I don't know if I have anything else. I kind of want to talk about this, but I want to make this a podcast. But then when I realized it was a rehab that he was leaving, I was like, okay, you know what?
Here's something that.
And I kind of already talked about this, but this is Lovely T talking to you about being careful with Airbnbs and Airbnbs running scams. We already tell you about the ladies and tell them.
I was only gone for the last few months.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Everybody been doing something with this guy, you know? And I feel bad for him. I genuinely feel bad for this guy. You know, he didn't ask that, you know? I just feel bad for him. This is the case. Some of this stuff I'm gonna talk about on my podcast. So I'll talk about it on my podcast too, because it's deep. I think I want to leave y'all with a laugh. The only reason I'm laughing is not because of Jeremiah and his nose, it's Mario screaming no in the background.
The best day of all of you year go.
Y'all think it's so crazy.
It's not. If we try that, somewhere to climb. This warm long as you will. Hey, yo, stop. The best day of all.
Oh my god.
Somewhere to climb. This warm long as you will. Hey, yo, stop. The best day.
He said no, stop. Stop. I'm sorry. No, Jeremiah, I'm not laughing at you. I know you were off vocally. They say you were off because you had COVID, but it's funny to know in the background. I don't know what the hell was going on though. But this was not Jeremiah's verses. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. I was over here about to take
the best day.
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep the Mario no part. No. No. I don't have anything else I want to talk about. I had to get rid of a lot of this stuff. I really do. So, with that being said, I didn't want to talk about this when this was popping. I saved it and I never got to it because I thought that I didn't understand why she felt the need to post that her cousin was hating on her like that, because I felt like this, like, ignore. You gotta stop giving people energy. But in the same sense, it's like, who is jealous of a child? With that being said, I will be back on Friday if I still have enough time to be on here. So I am so outie.